everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Learning with me, Patricia. I'm from Language Works. Today, I'm going to share with you another pronunciation video, this time focusing on words that consist of the letters O, U, R in them. And you'll see that there are various ways of pronouncing words with these letters O, U, R. So let's have a look, shall we? Alrighty, you can see here there are 5 phonetic symbols. They represent a different sound in each of them. Not to worry if you are not familiar with them. I'm going to show you one by one how they should be pronounced, and then we're going to look at some words that fall in these categories, and they all contain the letters O, U, R. Are you ready? Now, the first sound on the top left is the sound When you see 2 dots after the symbol, it represents a longer sound. So you have to I like to tell my students to drag it out for at least 2 seconds for practice. And when you are out there in the real world speaking, you can take it back a little bit, but it is supposed to be a long sound. Now let's look at the next sound here below. O. Your mouth is like an O. O. Next, we have what we call the schwa sound. The schwa sound is everywhere in English words, and it's a soft sound. Next, we've got a diphthong, ow, ow, and the same symbol after. So you combine ow, hour, hour. And last, we have ah. Now, what words would fit in these categories? Let's see. The first group we have journalist, journalist, journal, journal, journey, journey, courtesy, courtesy. So you can hear the long in all of these words. Journey, courtesy, right? Now, after we've got the O sound, what words do we have? Court, courtroom, course, course, pour. Will you pour me a drink? I'm a bit thirsty. Pour. And fourth, the ordinal number, fourth. Let's look at the schwa sound, flavor, flavor, humor, haha, humor, neighbor, neighbor, behavior, behavior, labor, labor. You can add color there as well. Okay, now this again, it's our, hour. You can think of the pronoun hour. This is our time online together. Of course, you've got just OUR, hour, and the time behind me. It's almost midnight in Singapore. Friday night. I'm at home. Well, okay. Hour is exactly the same. The H here is silent. Hour. For the next word, when you're baking, don't say flour. It's flower. Like the flower in the garden. Flower. Sour. Sour. Lastly, we've got So courage, courage. This is interesting because as a noun, something, you've got a lot of courage. It's with What's the adjective version of courage? You add OUS behind. So You wouldn't pronounce it with ah anymore. You would pronounce it with the schwa. Courageous. Courageous. Sorry for the typo there. It's OUS, okay? OUS. Compare again. A, courage, and courageous. Courage, courageous. You are so courageous to be doing this all by yourself. This is very interesting, isn't it? This is partly why I love the English language. This is not consistent at all. Next, encourage. Encourage. And this is not flourish. It's flourish. Flourish. And again, it's not nourish, but nourish. Nourishment. Nourishment. So here, at a glance, you can see how different words with the same part of spelling can be. There are 5 different ways of pronouncing OUR here. That is amazing. Or that is horrifying. All right, so well, we have to start somewhere. So this is how it works, okay? I love it. Now let's look at some sentences and you can practice a little bit with me. You could try to repeat after me. I'll pause for a little bit, or you can pause the video or replay if you need to. Number 1, we should encourage courtesy among neighbors. We should encourage courtesy among neighbors. 2, it's my 4th cup of coffee in an hour, but do me a favor and pour me another. It's my 4th cup of coffee in an hour, but do me a favor and pour me another. 3, the information came from our courtroom journalist. The information came from our courtroom journalist. 4, she's got a good sense of humor, but her behavior on the course was awful. She's got a good sense of humor, but her behavior on the course was awful. The 5th one, I tried to be a bit more creative, so I added a few more. You'll see that the first 2 begin with COUR. Do they sound the same? And the next 2, they end with OUR. Do they sound the same? Okay. Courage, courtesy, humor, and favor are necessary for our journey. You can say our or are sometimes. It's the same. Again, courage, courtesy, humor, and favor are necessary for our journey. There you have it. I hope this has been helpful, insightful, interesting for you. I'm going to leave you with this and trying to make my videos a bit shorter. And so it's the weekend. Have a wonderful weekend as usual. And until we meet again. In the meantime, if you are interested in taking this a bit further, check out the links in our description box and go to our website, languageworks.com.sg. We have many different courses available online via Zoom. And I will see you again soon. Thank you. Thank you for watching. See you.